Hello everybody. I thought I would show you my shoe collection today to see if you like any of them for your own taste or not. You may not like them and then just say so. Not everybody will like my shoes. The first one I'm showing is this very clunky wedge sandal. I'm trying to do ASMR, and if it comes out okay, I will edit the video. Or it might end up being a ramble. Who knows? I'll try to stick to the topic. Okay. So these are, I'm only 5'3". I lie when I say I'm 5'4" because I'm really 5'3". I used to be 5'4", but I think I'm shrinking a little bit. So the heels of this wedge sandal in black by Universal Thread, that is the brand by Target. I believe I got them at Target. Did I get them at Target? I don't remember. The heel is 4 inches. So that makes me 5'7" when I wear them. Or if I stand up very, very straight, 5'8". So they give me a lot of confidence because one of the things that I'm a little, not so much now in my older years, but growing up, my height was always a little bit of my insecurity. So when I was old enough, I started wearing really high heels. So most of my shoes are 3 or 4 inches heels. I don't have any flats today. I do sometimes wear sneakers, but it is rare that I'm not wearing high heels. Oh, yes, 5'5" is a nice height, but luckily we have heels when you're women. Well, men can wear heels too, but so that's one set, and they're man-made materials. It's not leather, but it looks and smells like leather. It just doesn't last as long as leather does when you get the man-made. Any shoes you'd like me to repeat show, just feel free to let me know. The next one is from Toscanella, and I bought these at Marshall's recently. And these are the ones I've been using every day, so they're already starting to get a bit worn. And the heel on this one, let's see, I was considering doing a role play where I would be the shoe salesman, but these are about 3.5 inches. Toscanella also says made in Italy, and that's cute. The logo is is the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I don't know if you can see it in there. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is the logo, and I wear a size 7.5. Well, the front part is also, they're platforms, so they're very comfortable. The front part is 1 inch. So see, they're not uncomfortable because they're platform. Yes, the front part of the shoe is 1 inch. And the back is 3.5 inches. So your foot is not so tippy-toed. The same with these. They're platform in the front. So the platform in the front is 1.5 inches. So they're very comfortable. They look like they wouldn't be, but they are. your foot is not so inclined. It's more like this. I do have a pair that is uncomfortable, but they're so beautiful that I suffer and I wear them when I do. But as I've aged, I'm less and less willing to be uncomfortable in my shoes. But these are beautiful. I bought these secondhand on Poshmark. These are by Haan. Haan. These are leather. And they are 6.5, so they're too small. I really shouldn't have bought them, but I love them so much, and I can squish my foot into a 6.5. But I basically need to wear them if I'm going to be sitting. It's to walk into the event or wherever I'm wearing them. The heel is a little more than 4 inches. The front part is 1 inch, but these are extremely uncomfortable. If you happen to be size 6.5 and are interested, go ahead and write it in the comments. And it's hard to contact people on YouTube except through the comments. When I first started on YouTube, there was a feature where you could message the person privately, but they took that feature away. And I always forget to put my Instagram, I'll put my Instagram handle in the information section. So those are 6.5. The other shoes are not for sale, but those I would be willing to part with only because they're too small on me. These have been on my YouTube channel before. They're extremely comfortable. The heel is not very high. The heel is only, let me see, 2 inches. These are 2-inch heels, and they're very comfortable. They're all leather, dance shoes. It says size 7, but they're probably a little larger than a 7 because they fit me perfectly, and they're very comfortable. They're folklore shoes for dancing folkloric, traditional Argentine folklore dance. I only have 2 more pairs of shoes left, and I'm only showing them one by one. It is made with 1 seam here through the middle, so that's 1 piece of leather, and the rest is all 1 piece of leather, including the strap. It was all cut out from 1 piece of leather. Even this decorative triangle here. There we are. So I have 2 more sets left. These I bought new. The next pair, these I bought used at a used store, used thrift shop store. These were made in France. It says Nichollet Paris. And it doesn't say that they're leather, but I believe they're real leather. And of course, since I got them secondhand, but they're in excellent condition, I was able to get them at a good price. This part is suede. This half of it is made of suede. The whole half is suede, and the other half of the shoe is leather. They're both sides of it. Suede is leather, but it's a smooth leather. And it has a leather detail here. I don't know if it's very visible. All up the side of the shoe. Just the one side of the shoe to finish off one edge. and it's a little funny shape there, which I thought was an interesting look. Nichollet. The heel on this one is almost 3 inches, just a tad short. Let's see it in centimeters. 7.5 centimeters. I always say centimeters. There's a little balding here. You know how suede starts to go a little bit balding when it's worn? So it is starting to wear there. But I'm only going to wear them to work, and I won't wear them commuting. I'll take them in my bag and change them when I go to work. My last pair to show are Tango shoes. Also, I bought them brand new in Argentina. So these are 3-inch heels. And even though they go all the way to the ground, on this side, they're still very comfortable. I've worn these to work before. They still smell nice, like fresh leather. And the top stitching is very well done. So I really like these shoes. Okay. So those are all the shoes I have to show today. Thank you everyone who's been sitting and watching. Thanks for listening, everyone, and for visiting my shoe show today. Bye for now.